So what if the entire future of humanity hinges on one single, really fragile idea? In this explainer, we're going to unpack Elon Musk's incredibly ambitious plan to protect that idea. And let me tell you, it involves colonizing Mars, building a literal army of robots, and completely rethinking how we power our world.
To really get what he's doing, you have to start with this one powerful image he has in his head. He sees human consciousness as this tiny little candle, just flickering away in the huge, vast darkness of space. It's a beautiful and honestly a kind of terrifying thought that really shapes everything he does.
So that's the grand mission, right? To protect that little flame of consciousness from getting snuffed out by some disaster here on Earth. This one goal is the thread that ties all of his companies together, and it all starts with our journey to the stars.
Okay, so how exactly do you protect a candle in the dark? Well, Musk's plan is built on three huge technological pillars. The first one is all about getting us off this rock.
His whole argument is that in this huge, silent universe, we might be it. We might be the only ones. That makes SpaceX way more than just a rocket company. It's like a lifeboat for humanity. It's an insurance policy, a way to make sure our story doesn't just end with a single planetary catastrophe.
But his vision isn't just about escaping Earth. No, it's also about totally transforming it. So this second pillar of his plan gets into solving some of our biggest problems right here at home.
So here's the big question he puts on the table. How do you solve poverty? I mean, really solve it. For Musk, the answer isn't about politics, it's about technology. Specifically, two game-changing innovations that he believes will create a world of absolute abundance for everyone.
The answer, he says, is AI and robotics. And I mean, really think about that for a second. Imagine a world where robots do all the hard physical labor and AI manages all the logistics. In that future, he sees an economic boom like nothing we've ever seen, where everything from food to healthcare becomes super cheap, totally plentiful, and available to everyone.
And get this isn't some far-off science fiction dream. The timeline he's laid out for the Optimus robot is incredibly aggressive. We're talking about robots doing complex factory work by the end of this year. The robot revolution is coming, and according to him, it's coming really, really fast.
Okay, but there's a huge catch. A massive problem with this whole AI-powered utopia. It has a massive, and I mean massive, energy problem. And that brings us to the third pillar of his plan. Here's the thing. We're building AI at this insane breakneck pace, but our power grids, they just can't keep up. We're literally creating a future that we can't afford to turn on. It's a race against time, and believe me, the stakes could not be higher.
So, what's the solution to this massive energy crisis? Well, according to Musk, it's actually surprisingly straightforward, and it boils down to this one number.
And this is where your jaw might drop a little bit. That number? It's the area of solar panels you'd need to power the entire United States. Just a tiny patch of desert, 100 miles by 100 miles, maybe a corner of Utah or Nevada. The problem isn't that we don't have the space, it's about having the vision and the will to actually build it. But what if the best place to build our energy future isn't even on Earth at all? This is the final piece of the puzzle, and it takes us right back to space, where the entire economics of energy and AI are about to be completely rewritten.
The real game changer here isn't just about building bigger rockets. It's about making them totally reusable. For decades, we've basically been throwing away the most expensive parts. It's like flying a jumbo jet from New York to LA and then just throwing the plane away at the end. Starship changes all of that.
So what does that actually mean? Well, we're talking about a 100-fold drop in the cost to get to space. 100 times cheaper. That just completely changes the game for everything from communications to scientific research.
And this is where all the pieces just click into place. You've got cheap space travel, and you've got solar power that's way more effective up there in orbit. So where's the most logical place to put our future AI data centers? Yep, in space. Unlimited energy, a natural coolant, and a pretty good view, I'd imagine.
Okay, so when you put all of this together, you get a picture of the future that's, well, it's both incredible and, honestly, a little bit scary. A future where that line between science fiction and science fact is getting really, really blurry.
Just look at these predictions for AI. They are both exhilarating and deeply unsettling. An AI smarter than any single human by the end of this year, and then smarter than all of us combined by 2030. You have to ask yourself, are we ready for that kind of change?
In the end, Musk's vision is really just a huge bet on us, on humanity.
It's a belief that we can, and that we should, reach for the stars. It's a bold, audacious plan, and it leaves us with a question that we all have to answer for ourselves. What kind of future are we actually willing to fight for?